welcome to Bowling Green, Ohio, and another edition of the MAC on ESPN. The home of the Falcons, primed and ready for the 2023 home opener as the Bowling Green State Falcons welcome in the Eastern Illinois Panthers. Hi again, friends. David Wilson along with Bob Gennarelli and all of our ESPN crew. Welcome back to our coverage of MAC football, and a big game today as Bowling Green looks to get into the win column for the first time. And both of these teams, Bob, found out how turnovers can impact the game in their respective season openers last week.
They absolutely did, Dave. For Eastern Illinois, the beneficiary of 6 turnovers and 2 pick sixes and a 27-0 shutout win, their first since 2016. For Bowling Green, 5 turnovers, all interceptions, and a 34-24 loss at Liberty.
I know we've got a lot of storylines to talk about during the game today. We'll get to them during our broadcast, Bob, but I know you are particularly intrigued with the Bowling Green quarterback situation.
Absolutely, Dave. These are 2 good quarterbacks. They know this offense. Connor Bazelak will get the start today. He's been on the big stage. He's quarterbacked in the SEC and the Big Ten. He knows how to do things. But struggled a little last week. And for Camden Orth, he really knows the offense as we see these 2 quarterbacks getting ready in pregame practice. Orth came off the bench last year in the Quick Lane Bowl after Matt McDonald, 3-year starter, got hurt and almost led the Falcons to a win over New Mexico State.
Scott Loeffler in his 5th season as the head man here at Bowling Green. I don't think he could be more excited about this team and the strides they are taking as a program. And over on the other side, kind of the same thing. Chris Wilkerson in his 2nd year at EIU, he is very high on the complexion of this team as well.
Oh, I think for Chris Wilkerson at Eastern Illinois, it's a coming home for him, and he's excited about that. His whole life, he said, changed when with his Eastern Illinois Association, especially having played there and now coaching there, met his wife there. And for Scott Loeffler, he's excited because he said this offense is fixable. And once the offense is fixed, he said, we're going to be a pretty good football team, especially a very good offense.
Bowling Green will receive the opening kick. You saw Mosley back there with Teron Keith. And we are ready for football. Keith will take this one out of the end zone. Away we go here at the home of the Falcons. It's out to about the 20-yard line. I believe we already have a flag, Bob, back at about the 34.
Let's see what
Gunner came down there, made the stop at about to the 20-yard line. Our referee today, get into the crew a little later on, Phil Hicks.
During a return, holding, receiving team, 10-yard penalty, first down, Bowling Green.
Well, they have yet to spot the ball. And so an inauspicious debut to this game, my friend.
Well, this is what Scott Loeffler talked about, Bowling Green's head coach. They've got to play mistake-free football, and you don't want to start with a 10-yard holding penalty on the opening kickoff. It puts you in a big hole.
Well, Connor Bazelak gets the start today. We also expect to see Cam Orth, just as we spoke about a moment ago, Bob. But boy, Bazelak out of the Dayton, Ohio area, he has had a phenomenal career now at his 3rd stop, but SEC and Big Ten experience. First handoff of the game goes to Terrion Stewart. Very modest gain as they run him out of bounds over on the far side. A young man they are very glad to have back in the fold.
Extremely. The Bowling Green offensive coaching staff couldn't have been more excited to have him back, and they feel confident that from last week and what he did and what they did, they're going to be able to run the football this year.
2nd down and 9 after a pickup of 1. Stewart played his high school ball at nearby Sandusky, Ohio. Back to Stewart, trying to pick his way forward. And does get in between the tackles. Wrestles his way out to about the 14-yard line before he is brought down by cornerback Russell Dandy of EIU. And right now a 3rd down and 7 for BG. 0-1, Eastern Illinois on the road for the 2nd week in a row. 27-0 win at Indiana State a week ago Thursday. Bazelak on a passing down. Just underway here at Deutsch Perry Stadium, and a nice connection over on the far side, good for a first down.
And that's what Scott Loeffler and the Bowling Green offensive staff's looking for. Patience, go through your progressions, find the open man. And again, they said how many times in our calls this week, Dave, people were open last week, they just didn't get them the ball.
Guy we expect to be calling a lot today, Bob, O.J. Hilaire, the Belle Glade, Florida product, holds that one in. He is now up to 37. Consecutive games with at least one reception.
Which is number 5 in the country, I believe, active streaks.
Wide open in the middle. That's Abdul Ibrahim with his first grab.
And O.J. Hilaire's roommate.
2 catches go to the roommates.
Both came here from Alabama A&M. And looks like Bowling Green's going a little tempo here.
Bazelak gets him to the line quickly. First drive of the game, no score. Great to have you with us today for our coverage of MAC football here on ESPN. A change of pace back there. I believe that was Teron Keith. Where's number 0 in white? Dayland, Florida. 3 carries last week, 69 yards. To talk about Bazelak last week, Bob, 6 of 21, 71 yards, 3 INTs.
He just couldn't get comfortable last week.
Second down, about 5.5 yards to go, and Bazelak will be on the move. Nice catch on the screen, makes a man miss. More open field in between the hash marks. A nice connection to Harold Fannin Jr., the tight end out of McKinley High School in Canton.
Again, an emphasis, Dave, that the Bowling Green offensive staff made this week is get the ball to their tight ends. They're good catching the ball, and even better when they run downfield with it. So this is an emphasis for the offense today. Use their tight ends.
Close to a 35-yard reception there. They're inside the red zone on the 19-yard line. BG clicking on their first drive. Big pile up, maybe a yard on that particular running play.
This is the kind of drive Connor Bazelak needs. Successful, they're moving the ball down the field, mistake-free, and he's feeling more comfortable as he learns this offense. Because again, this is only the second game he's starting here at Bowling Green.
That was Jason Patterson with his first carry. It is a deep running back room for BG. Bazelak over the middle and finds Levi Gazaric. He makes a diving catch at about the 15-yard line. We'll leave him at third down, about 5.
Hit him on the crossing route. Had more room to run if he hadn't lost his feet.
BG last year on third down, only 34%. Bazelak to throw. Hilaire outside the 10. Lays a hit on a couple of Panthers at about the 5-yard line. He has the first down.
And
brought down by Mark Aitken.
He'll have to go sit down for a play now that helmet popped off. He caught the ball and his helmet.
The ball in his left, the helmet in the right, and a first down.
That's an all-conference receiver, Dave.
First and goal from the 6-yard line. Bazelak was going to keep it, and flags fly, and there'll be a procedure penalty against BG.
Again, mistake-free football in the red zone is important right now for Bowling Green. And here comes, I believe, Cam Orth is in the game.
So Orth will spell Bazelak, who marched them all the way down the field after starting at about the 15-yard line. 3 receivers stacked on the left. Orth. It's across the 10. No further as he got outside the painted numbers.
And last week, Orth came in and really gave a jump start to this offense, and his running ability was a big part of that.
We hit the 10-minute mark.
You know, Jay Hilaire, Dave, now is tied for 4th in active streak with that 37 catches in the nation.
2nd down and goal from the 10-yard line. Bazelak back in. He'll go to the left corner of the end zone. Hilaire, touchdown, BG Falcons.
Hilaire made that look very easily. Very, very easy. Beat his man and just went straight to the corner. It was an easy pitch and catch for Connor Bazelak. And Scott Loeffler said that again, Bowling Green's head coach. They wanted to get the ball on the perimeter.
We'll see it again right here. He had a touchdown catch a week ago, his 2nd of the season, 9 yards, and an early score for the Falcons.
Easily got behind the corner, didn't get any help deep.
Here we go for the PAT. Kick is up, and no doubt about it, was booted through by Brett Galletti, number 98 in white. 7-0 BG. It'll be Eastern ball as they try to answer when we come back after this timeout.
At Bowling.
BG scores first on an 11-play, 90-yard drive. It took 5 minutes off the clock, and quite an opening statement by him.
Absolutely, and Loeffler and his offensive staff couldn't have scripted it better. And again, get your offense in a rhythm, get them feeling comfortable, get your quarterbacks feeling like this is a system that they just need some patience and practice.
Both teams' head coaches told us during the conference calls that they want to be balanced, and I thought BG really used the run and the pass effectively that entire drive, almost the length of the field.
I agree, Dave. I think Scott Loeffler wants to run the ball so he can throw the ball, and he's excited that they can run the ball this year, at least early on in this season.
Here we go. Daniel Luomo kicks off, and it's taken by an upback at about the 23-yard line, close to a 10, maybe 11-yard return for Eastern Illinois. Panthers come out, 1st and 10, and they will try and answer with their transfer quarterback, Pierce Holly. You see him right there, Bob, number 3. A transfer out of Georgetown where he put up some pretty impressive numbers.
Over 100 yards passing, 18 touchdowns last year at Georgetown as a starter. So this kid knows how to distribute the football. So I think he was impressive in the opener last week.
Holly drops back to throw on 1st down, and he has a man wide open. Caught. That's good for a 1st down to Darius Smith, who gets a start today. They are missing Justin Thomas and Cooper Willman from their wide receiving core, and Smith makes his first catch of the season.
And a big thing for Bowling Green's defense, their staff stressed this week, was eye discipline. Staying focused and keeping your eye on where the ball's going.
It's a nice 22-yard pickup. Carrying the football, Kevin Daniels, and he just powers his way forward right over the big left guard, Max Steinman. Kevin Daniels, the transfer out of Northern Arizona, 13 carries last week, 57 yards, also caught one pass.
Panthers offensive coordinator Joe Davis couldn't be more excited about Kevin Daniels on our call. I mean, he's excited to have him back there. He's an every down back as far as he's concerned.
Tight formation here. Panthers in all blue today on the road against the Falcons. Holly got it away very quickly. It was caught by Anthony Manevis, the tight end, and he rumbles ahead for a 1st down. It's all the way to the 28-yard line.
Just slipped him out across and out in the flat, wide open. Both offenses having early success today, Dave.
Two completions right out of the starting gate for Pierce Holly. He's out of Arvada, Colorado. Flanked by a running back on each side. On the run, Kendi Young, the junior, out of Calumet, Illinois. Quickly tackled by Ali Saad, the defensive end for BG.
Well, BG's defense, their challenge is going to be it's a deep running back room for Eastern Illinois with Daniels and Young and MJ Flowers, and Eastern Illinois plans on using all of them. So it's going to be a challenge for Bowling Green today. I think their running backs are deep and they're going to be fresh.
Three-man BG front ready to come charging. Saad's tackle forced a 1-yard loss. Second down and 11 from the 29-yard line. Holly cocks his arm. Now he tries to run for it. Everybody was covered downfield. Plows ahead. Maybe got a yard or two. That play broke down very quickly with the pressure coming.
It did, and I think the key for Bowling Green's defense is settling in early. Last week it took until the second half before they got there. So the quicker they get there, the quicker they'll make life a little more challenging for Pierce Holly.
Darius Lorfilds made the tackle for the Falcons. Third down and 9, 7-0 BG. 6:45 to go first quarter. Clock is moving. First BG scoring drive went 90 yards and took 5 minutes. Holly, the far side of the field. Pass is caught over there by Justin Bowick. And then forced backwards. The forward progress will get him a first down to the 20-yard line. That's a 7-yard pickup.
Bowick was one of those returning receivers from a year ago.
Jordan Oladokin made the stop, Bob, way over there. That was a long throw for a 7-yard pickup, but it does leave them short. I thought they first were going to move the sticks.
No, they're going for it. I think this is a statement because their preseason all-conference kicker Stone Galloway is not available today.
Fourth down, 2 yards to go. They need to get to the 18. Holly fires a line drive pass. It's caught by Eli Mirza. That's good for a first down to the 15, and they do move the sticks this time. The drive lives on for Eastern Illinois as they look to try and answer an early BG touchdown on a whiteout afternoon here at the Doyton.
Holly's impressive. He gets the ball out quick. He's got a strong arm, and he finds his receivers.
Stationed in the shotgun formation behind Drew Wilder, the center. It's a reverse to Mirza. Trying to turn the left corner. Now he'll throw it to the end zone. It's out of bounds. So the trickeration, but kind of ran out of room on that side of the field.
He did. They ran that same play last week, except without the pass, and Mirza turned it into a 27-yard gain a week ago. But again, the Panther coaching staff really likes Eli Mirza. He's another one of those 12 transfers they had come in.
Smith was the intended target. You could see in that replay, and we see another one right here. He was open. But the throw sailed a little left. Second down and 10 for Eastern Illinois out of Charleston, Illinois. Holly on the move. Pressure coming from the Falcons. He'll get rid of the football.
And that's exactly what Bowling Green's front needs to do. Get Holly off his spot. Get him uncomfortable. Don't give him time to sit back there. Goes through his progressions and let him pick and choose what he wants to do.
Falcons were in hot pursuit. Evan Branch Haynes leading the way. Third down and 10. So they've had a fourth down conversion inside the red zone. Now they are looking at a 3rd and 10 from the Bowling Green 15-yard line. 68 degrees at game time, dry. The winds are fairly calm. Perfect conditions for the Falcons home opener. Timeout taken by EIU. So Holly takes time in a very key third down situation with 5:04 to go here in quarter number 1. See Chris Wilkerson and his crew down there. Chris Wilkerson, a former EIU player could not be happier to be at his alma mater.
He's so happy to be where he is. He likes Eastern Illinois. Is a special place to he and his family, so he is ecstatic about where he's at and where he thinks the program is going in year 2.
.504 to go here in the first quarter. Eastern Illinois. All right, we'll take a break here as they take the timeout. And we'll be right back to Bowling Green with more MAC action.
It's really important.
Coming up for the EIU Panthers. First quarter action, 5:04 to go here at Deutsch Perry Stadium, where they have a great crowd. A whiteout over there where EIU is trying to snap off this important third down play. Pierce Holly has the lines down. Mirza in motion. They'll line up in a slot position on the right. It's a screen pass. It's caught. 10, 5, and a touchdown. Eastern Illinois. Kevin Daniels out of the backfield with the catch, the run, and the TD.
You got to give Eastern Illinois' OC, Joe Davis, a lot of credit. Dialed up a nice play. Just got Kevin Daniels out in the flat in space. He's athletic. He's big. He's fast. And result is a touchdown.
Coming right at you on the replay. A little stiff arm. Daniels.
He's a load. He gets up ahead of steam. He's a big kid. And like I said, the Eastern Illinois coaching staff can't get any more excited about this young man.
His second catch of the season and his first TD. The point after bangs off the left upright, and it is no good. And EIU will have to settle for 6 after a 10-play, 65-yard drive. BG ball when we come back after this timeout. A nice return. Brandon Guido got him down. And so here come the Falcons again with Connor Bazelak, who was red hot in that first drive.
See what the Falcons can do with possession number 2. Pierce Holly certainly showed why he beat out Jonah O'Brien, last year's returning starter, quarterback for the Panthers.
4:51 to go, and this drive starts at the Falcons' 23-yard line. Running play to Terrion Stewart. Makes a man miss over outside the numbers, and then got some extra yardage. Plenty for the first down and more, as Stewart just refused to go down to the turf.
I think he got through the initial hole, and the rest of that was all him. Bowling Green's offensive line had a good surge, and then he added a little extra at the end there and picked up a few extra yards, which is what they need. They need to be able to run the football, because if you can run the football, you can certainly throw the football.
That was a 15-yard pickup by Terrion Stewart. Bazelak to throw. Man open over on the far side. And they go to Harold Fannin Jr. He's out of Canton, Ohio. 2 catches last week. 19 catches a year ago. It is week 2 for both of these teams. Falcons 0-1. Eastern Illinois 1-0.
And that running game makes the play action that much more effective.
Russell Dandy was able to run Fannin out of bounds. 2nd down and 3 for the Falcons. This drive started at the 23, and a high snap off of Bazelak. Stewart caught it, and then the Panthers come in waves and wipe him out back at the 41. That'll be a 4-yard loss. Nick Coates in there first, along with defensive end Nicholas Oliveira Chase.
Unusual mistake for the center, Alex Padgett. That's the Bowling Green offense staff told us this week that's the leader on that offensive line. So he's the one they look to make things right, calling the signals and all. So a very, very unforced error there.
3rd down and 6. Football resting at the 42-yard line of the Falcons. 7-6 BG. Bazelak over the middle. Pass is caught. Man open. Not a lot of running room after the catch. Austin Osborne makes the catch for the Falcons. Managed to hang on to the football under duress as they were trying to rip it out of his hands on the way down.
We got our first punt of the day.
4th down and 4. BG punter is Sammy Sir, the 27-year-old out of Oak Park, Australia.
True sophomore.
Long snapper is George Carlson. Back deep is Mark Aitken, a junior out of Chicago. He's standing at about his own 15. Line of scrimmage, the 44. This one bounces and takes a nice Falcons bounce, and they'll just let this one roll all the way down to the 6-yard line. That's a 50-yard kick with no return. Nicely done by Sammy Call Me Sir.
And a very interesting background that young man has. After graduating from high school, worked as an aviation protection officer at the Melbourne, Australia airport.
Well, Eastern holds, Bob, after they went down, punched it in, and they get a defensive stop, and those are crucial on the road, especially when you think of an FCS-FBS matchup.
Very true, Dave. I mean, and Pierce Holly showed that he can move this football. Kevin Daniels is the real deal, and Eastern Illinois knows how to win on the road. They've done that before in MAC stadiums.
So they're pinned back deep at the 6 as this drive begins. 7-6 Falcons. Holly in his own end zone had to hurry and step back across the goal line and is sacked back there at about the 2.
Back into the Bowling Green defense helped cause that sack, Dave. Pierce Holly really didn't have anybody to go to, and that pocket collapsed on him awful fast.
Hunter Deo made the stop for the Falcons. After the sack, they'll keep it on the ground. A flag comes out. There's going to be a handoff. But whistles blew and flags went flying. I mentioned Phil Hicks is our referee today. We'll give you the rest of the crew after we hear this call.
Ball start. Offense. All 11 players who are not set. Feet. 2nd down.
Procedure penalty. Working with Phil today, Chris Williams II is our umpire. Jeffrey Johnson, the head linesman. Side judge is Jen Burke. Gary Schildmeyer is the line judge today. Sam Banks at field judge. Yvonne Daniels, the back judge. Leah Berard is our center judge. So they are making the impartial calls in the ball game. Eastern backed up a little further, and that one way off the mark. Looking over on that far side for De'Arius Smith. Actually hit the yard marker on the fly, but now looking at a long 3rd down and 14. What do you pull out of the playbook here, Bob?
I think that's what offense coordinator Joe Davis is trying to figure out. That's his job, right?
A situation here for BG where they can really get the field tipped in their favor.
You can flip the field here with a stop.
They will not take any chances running it with Kendi Young, and he does get him a little room to punt as he works his way out to the 9-yard line. About a 7-yard run, but with the penalty yardage, they're still looking at a 4th down and 7 as we get to the minute mark. 1 minute to go, first quarter.
But he wasn't that far away from breaking that. Bowling Green made a nice play on that because he was not that far away from breaking that, probably picking up the 1st down.
Yeah, that was Joe Sipp Jr., the Will linebacker, who made the stop for BG there.
Who was BG's leading tackler a week ago against Liberty. He made a nice play and saved the 1st down.
Punter is Jacob Horvath. Kick that lands at about midfield. It will be returned by Teron Keith. Good job by the Eastern Illinois Gunners to get down there. And a nice kick by Horvath that landed just shy of the midfield stripe.
Horvath Erdoners last week too. After their win over Indiana State was the freshman of the week with the Big South OBC.
Yeah, we've got 2 Australian punters in this game.
Yes, we do. And I believe Bowling Green has the distinction of being only one of 4 or 5 schools with 2 international kickers, their punter and their place kicker.
Well, BG indeed does get great field position. 1st and 10 at the 50 with 27 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Entertaining game so far. 7-6 Falcons. Bazelak with all day to throw. Flag comes out as the screen pass was complete. Teron Keith made the catch. He was hit immediately, but flags were coming out as that ball was in the air. It's going to go against the Falcons.
Holding, offense, number 53. Replay, first down.
Well, they got Tunde Fadokasi on the hold, the starting left guard.
Well done with that name. Very impressive.
Tunde, pretty interesting story. He's out of New York City. Transfer out of Rutgers and a accomplished drummer.
I saw that in his video on Instagram is extremely popular.
Clock moving, 15 seconds left. I don't think there will be another play. So I think BG will take a 7-6 lead into the second quarter. We are just getting warmed up here at Deutsch Perry Stadium on a very comfortable Saturday afternoon for Maction here on ESPN. Second quarter, play-by-play, straight ahead.
Superb racing.
Yes, guys.
Well, in Eastern Illinois, 27-0 win against Indiana State in their season opener on a Thursday night in Terre Haute. They got 2 touchdown returns on interceptions. And the interesting thing, Bob, they came back-to-back in the late second quarter. We saw the Tyrus Harvey pick and then the Nyze Burt 67-yard interception return for a touchdown. You talk about a double whammy. That really set the tone for the rest of that game.
It did, and the case is usually when you win the turnover battle, you win the scoreboard at the end of the game.
Underway here in the second quarter. BG with good field position. They gained 7 on the first down play. And now it's 2nd and 3. Falcons leading 7-6. David Wilson along with Bob Gennarelli, all of our crew. Snap it back to Bazelak. On the run, right side. See who carried that. I believe it might have been Patterson. Jason Patterson with another carry. He's out of Jacksonville, Florida. He had 683 yards on the ground a year ago with some significant carries. Was tackled by Kalen Drakeford, the strong safety of Eastern Illinois. Panthers in their all blue and black uniforms. First down for Patterson. Ball on the 37-yard line. On the run, that's Teron Keith. You can tell, Bob, he is an explosive player and capable of breaking into the defensive secondary at any time.
He is, and Bowling Green's offensive line is settling in nicely now. And this is something, again, their offensive staff talked to us about this week, is getting settled in, correcting the issues up front and protecting the football. And they've got 3 very good running backs, and they are using those backs to their utmost abilities right now, and that's helping Connor Bazelak.
Elijah Watt-Tolbert brought Keith down. 2nd down and 6. Screen pass to Keith outside the numbers. Gets across the 25 and out of bounds near the 20. That's good for a 13-yard pickup. Another BG first down. The Falcons are on the move.
And again, Bazelak does a nice job here. He looks down. He's got his man open. Eye discipline, following it, and gets him the ball. Gives him the ability to go upfield with it.
Mark Aitken got him out of bounds. First down and 10. Falcons back in the red zone. 20-yard line is the line of scrimmage. Early second quarter here at the Doit. Bazelak off his back foot. It's caught by Fannin. He will drive all the way down close to the goal line. Harold Fannin Jr. lunging, but coming up just about a yard short, if that.
Great job by Bazelak, Dave. Great job. He saw it. He saw the rush coming. He dumped it over the middle, wide open, and let his tight end run with the football and do what he does best. And again, this is what Scott Loeffler said last week that Bowling Green didn't do, and that was hit the open man over the middle, and they had it last week versus Liberty.
Connor Bazelak, 11 for 11 so far in this game. They'll keep it on the ground. Terrion Stewart says, "Thank you very much. I'll finish the drive." A 1-yard touchdown run. Terrion Stewart. 13-6, Falcons.
And the Falcons made that look easy.
It all started with their defense, Bob. They got him the ball at the 50-yard line.
It started with their defense. Their offensive line's playing well. You know what? Credit to Connor Bazelak. He's playing within himself. He's managing the game, and he's doing what he's correcting the issues he had from a week ago.
Alan Anaya missed the extra point. Or I should say, kicked his extra point perfectly last time, and he does so again. So Anaya 2 for 2 on PATs. Bowling Green up by a touchdown. The opener when he was 6 for 21.
His body language is a lot better than it was a week ago. He looks quite relaxed over there and feeling good about what he's doing with the football when Bowling Green has it.
Walschlager at right tackle, Pabst the right guard, Paget at center, Fadokasi the left guard, Cam Stewart the left tackle. They've been doing a great job giving Bazelak time to operate.
Absolutely, and Pabst is a kid that the Bowling Green offensive staff's really high on. He's a former defensive lineman. They moved over to offense, and they're very high on his future playing in that position.
Out of Cincinnati Mola.
Yes.
Here is the kickoff. Will drift all the way back to the 3-yard line. Eastern on the return, but a great open field tackle by the Falcons. BG with the Gunners at full speed. That's Charles Rosser, number 13, who came in there and got him down.
Well, that epitomizes special teams being special right there, right?
Another look right there. Rosser coming in like the heat-seeking missile. 1st and 10. The ball on the 16-yard line. 12:04 on the clock. Second quarter. Eastern Illinois will try and answer. Kevin Daniels, who scored a touchdown earlier. It's brought down there by Joe Sipp. BG playing in their 105th season of college football. Lost in the Quick Lane Bowl a year ago, 24-19 against New Mexico State.
Which was a huge step for Scott Loeffler in this program. First bowl game since 2015.
Pierce Holly, 14-6 Falcons. Ball batted down. Fortunate for Eastern, it wasn't intercepted. Diving breakup by Davon Ferguson, the former Kansas Jayhawk. And Ferguson, boy, this has to be a sweet feeling for him, Bob. Back-to-back season-ending injuries the last 2 years.
And that's a great athletic play there. He read the quarterback's eyes the whole way, and he read it. He read it perfectly and made a tremendous play.
So 3rd down and 9. Clock stops with the incompleted pass. Falcons looking to put some pressure on Holly. Mirza in motion for the Panthers. Screen pass, caught, but no chance. It's Joe Sipp again. He has been all over the field so far.
They read it. They read the screen. They knew screen was coming. They read screen. Joe Sipp was all over that.
Pass was caught by M.J. Flowers, the redshirt freshman tailback.
Sipp sees it, and he's hit straight for the ball. He didn't let anything happen between him and the ball. He was going straight for it. He knew it was coming.
Turns into a loss of 2. 4th down and 11. And Jacob Horvath will have to punt from his own goal line. Line of scrimmage, the 11. Falcons return man back at the 40. Horvath gets a running start. High kick will take an EIU bounce. It's scooped up and brought back for a short return. Again, close to midfield for BG. They'll have the ball when we come back.
You've earned it.
I am the commissioner of my fantasy football league.
Impressive.
Thank you.
Superb racing. Yes, guys.
Oh, this is so much fun. We've been waiting to talk about this in our lead up to the ball game. 20 years ago, ESPN College Game Day was right here in Bowling Green for a massive game between Northern Illinois and BG.
The Falcons and the Huskies. Can BG prolong that home field winning streak? Can Northern prolong its overall winning streak? One of the biggest MAC regular season games ever. Kirk Herbstreit.
Well, I look forward to seeing these players. Michael Turner's had such a great career. Looking forward to seeing him. But I think the difference in this game is revenge for Bowling Green and Josh Harris's ability to make the play on the run and throw. I like Bowling Green to win it.
Lita, former Husky head coach, is going with Frida the Falcon.
Look at the gloves. Look at that.
And the gloves. It's unanimous.
Your mind.
We thank you for joining us from MAC country. The Buckeyes, the Hoosiers are next.
Oh, what a moment that was for the MAC. We'll get Bob's thoughts on that here as we get back to play. BG takes over at their own 44-yard line. Again, keeping it right in between the tackles. They went to Jason Patterson. Modest gain, but there it is, Bob. I know that was a big day for you in the conference, and Lee Corso with the Falcon head.
2003 was such a special season for the Mid-American Conference, Dave, and that was a special day. That was a lot of work getting it pull that off, but it was so much fun, and the energy and excitement that came to Bowling Green's campus and for the conference as a whole was tremendous and a great memory.
2nd down and 8. Bazelak, another completion all the way to the eastern 35-yard line. Osborne makes the catch. Austin Osborne.
Bowling Green's receivers are open. Over the middle, on the edges, they're open, and they get the ball to the perimeter, which is what they want to do.
17-yard strike there for a 1st down. Now right down the middle, just out of the reach of Abdul Ibrahim. And Bazelak proves that he is human with an incompletion.
A little behind him, but he was open. But that game day was a fun day. But here, Ibrahim is open. Ball's just a little too far for him. He has to stretch a little bit. But that was a fun day, and 2 ranked teams playing on an ESPN platform on Saturday for the MAC was tremendous.
They'll be celebrating that, recognizing it on the 21st of October. Jason Patterson getting a steady diet of handoffs as he rumbles up the middle. It's going to be a 3rd down, about 1. There's the bobblehead of Lee Corso that they'll be giving away. Again, that's on October 21st right here.
The one thing that gets forgotten about that 2003 season is that Northern Illinois finished the season 10-2. Their only losses were right here at Bowling Green and at Toledo. They finished 10-2 and did not go to a bowl game.
There's a whistle and a timeout taken by Eastern Illinois. So a 3rd down and 1.
Timeout, Eastern Illinois.
Chris Wilkerson decides to use his 2nd timeout of the half and try to draw up a defensive stop. So we'll see what happens on this big play in just a moment.
Thanks, no surprises. Only at Metro.
14-6. Bowling Green State leading, visiting Eastern Illinois here at Dwight Perry Stadium. We have a 3rd and 1 coming up from the Eastern Illinois 26-yard line. Falcons are 2 of 3 so far today on 3rd down. Bazelak will be under center on this play. And they will throw it. Screen pass. Teron Keith has it. 1st down. Out of bounds near the 15-yard line. They needed 1. They got 11.
And Teron Keith got out in space because of that play action under center. He was able to just slip out underneath things, and this was a nice pass and catch. Great play by Connor Bazelak. Great read. Got a good player with speed out on the perimeter.
Great play dialed up by the co-offensive coordinators, Max Warner, Greg Nosale. I think everybody in the stadium was expecting a run straight ahead to try to get the 1 yard. 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line. That's Orth. Camden Orth takes the snap, makes a run for it. He's tackled by Elijah Watt-Tolbert after about a 3-yard gain.
6'3", 225, Dave. He's not afraid to use it when he tucks the ball and goes forward. He's a north-south guy.
Right now, 8:03 on the clock. Plenty of time left, 2nd quarter. Right now, a 1-score spread in this game, 14-6. But the Falcons knocking on the door in the red zone. Bazelak is back in. They'll snap it to him, and he'll hand it to Terrion Stewart. And got past the initial defensive line, but then gets brought down at about the 11 by Anthony Shockey, the linebacker out of Lombard, Illinois. 2 tackles last week.
And Shockey's a player that the Eastern Illinois defensive staff's very high on. They said he just has a nose for the ball. He's very active and he always seems to find the football.
Well, another 3rd down now. 3rd down and 6 for the Falcons from the 11-yard line. Bazelak has been outstanding in this first half. He'll drop back and the pressure is coming. They force him out of the pocket. He looks to the back corner of the end zone. Pass is caught right in the corner, and it is a touchdown Falcons. Abdul Fatai Ibrahim just did drag his feet, Bob, on the boundary line.
And they brought Ibrahim all the way across the field, Dave. They put him in motion. He came across the middle of the field. They brought him all the way across, and Bazelak locked in. He rolled, saw him there, and made a great pass and catch.
Oh, you saw the tire chips flying up as he drug his toe down there. Just in bounds. 20-6 Falcons.
Ibrahim got lost in the crowd over the middle.
Anaya kicks out of the hold of Jack Sauter. It is up and it is good. Falcons have 3 touchdowns in the first half, and they take a 21-6 lead over Eastern Illinois. Panthers ball coming up.
With college football on ESPN.
There's the drive chart for BGSU in the first half. The last 2 touchdowns, Bob, 50 and 56 yards. The field position battles being won by the Falcons.
It absolutely is, and I think if Scott Leffler were to give it a grade, he'd give this a solid B+ first half. Connor Bazelak, 14 of 15, 185 yards, 2 touchdown passes. Bowling Green's offensive line, give it a ton of credit. They are doing a great job, not only for the running game, but protecting Connor Bazelak.
Here's Jack Sauter with the kickoff. A high end-over-end kick will be taken at about the 5-yard line by the Panthers, and the return man upended. There are flags flying all over the place.
I think that ball came out.
Lazarick Eatman, the return man, number 36 in blue. He took quite a hit. He still got the ball. Officials talking things over. We'll hear from Phil Hicks.
Return, holding, receiving team number 46. 2-yard penalty from spot foul. First down, Eastern Illinois.
So we'll see that return again, Bob. It is, returning the ball is fun. It's these sudden stops that tend to make it a little less enjoyable.
Yeah, the ball didn't come out, but he took a lick. And again, Bowling Green special teams being special. That was another emphasis for the coaching staff this week. Making sure their special teams set up the opportunity to get good field position when their defense got off the field.
Abby McGarry made that stop on special teams. Outside linebacker. It was the quintessential gunner there. Holly will try and move him down the field. Screen pass over to the far side. It is complete, a good first down game, but they do start this drive on the 10-yard line.
Pierce Holly and the offense in general needs to try to capture that rhythm and magic they had in that first drive when they answered Bowling Green's touchdown.
Darius Smith made that catch. So 2nd down and 4. 21-6 Falcons. Clock on the move here, getting late in the second quarter. Holly, a short drop, and up top he goes. And it is almost caught. The pass ruled incomplete, but flags come out for pass interference. Smith again was the target. Defensive coverage by Darius Lorfields. We'll get the call right here.
That's a double whammy.
Yeah, you've got flags in the offensive backfield, plus the one thrown downfield.
Yeah, Dave, I think they're talking a potential late hit on the quarterback.
Boy, Darius Smith almost came up with that ball despite the contact.
Pass interference, number 15, penalties decline. Personal foul, roughing the passer, number 90. The penalty will be accepted, automatic, first down.
All right, so they take the roughing the passer penalty. And we'll see this play out right here, Bob. Smith gets tripped up.
Yeah, the ball was gone, and they came in high. His hands were up. He might have made contact with in the head and neck area.
That will move it out to the 31-yard line. First down and 10 for Eastern Illinois as they try to come up with an answer here before the end of the first half. Running right over the left guard and left tackle that time. Another run by Kevin Daniels.
And that's what EIU needs to do. They need to get Kevin Daniels back involved in this offense because he's really, other than the touchdown he scored, the last couple of possessions, he hasn't really touched the football.
Lorfields came in, made the stop for the Falcons. 5:45 to go. Picking up just a bit. Very cloudy and overcast, but dry. There's some movement on the line. It'll be a false start against Eastern Illinois, and they'll walk off 5 yards on the penalty. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
The Bowling Green secondary helped the officials on that one. They helped the head linesman make that call.
Daniels today, 4 carries for 19 yards. Caught a pass for a touchdown of 15 yards earlier. So he's been a playmaker. Holly 7 of 10 for 64 yards. Most of those completions, Bob, on that first drive.
Exactly. So Pierce Holly and Kevin Daniels need to get back involved in this offense quickly.
Holly takes the snap. Line drive pass. It's caught at the 40-yard line. Out to the 44. Nicely done. first down, Eastern Illinois.
Holly stood in the pocket. They were bringing pressure. Bowling Green was bringing pressure. They've been getting to him, and that's what getting him off his spot. I think right now Pierce Holly just needs to get comfortable in throwing the football again.
Lazarick Eatman, the catch. And dove forward for about 4 more yards. Here's a little pitch play to Daniels, and the Falcons string that out, bottle him up.
Read it well.
They'll lose 3 there, Bob.
Yep. Read that one very well.
Alexander Oyewale made the stop, the 6-foot senior out of Murrieta, California. Oyewale last year had a 40-yard fumble recovery, scoop and score.
Well, Bowling Green's defense they need to continue to make Pierce Holly uncomfortable.
He drops back with the pressure coming. He goes down in a heap.
Just like that.
BG comes up with a sack. Falcons, Cassius Howell got in there. Howell led the charge and got immediate help from Ali Saad. We'll see it again right here. There's Howell grabbing it.
They're coming in from both sides. They're getting edge pressure. And that's forcing Holly to. He doesn't have any place to go unless he steps up, and there was no place to step up that time.
So after the sack, they're looking at a 3rd down and 20. Falcons really putting on the defensive pressure. Run up the middle. Nicely done by Daniels. He got a lot of that lost yardage back. Get out to the 43-yard line. That is a pickup of 9 for Kevin Daniels. But they're looking at a 4th down and 11.
I believe Bowling Green called the timeout. I mean, Scott Leffler sees an opportunity with 3:13 to go to put more points on, potentially put more points on the board and try to come out of this with some good field position.
We'll keep it here during the timeout. David Wilson, Bob Gennarelli, Kirk Ransom, our spotter and statistician in the booth, Braden Pretch, our producer, and Thomas Hart, our director. A very interesting game so far. Connor Bazelak, everything is advertised. And you know, you look at Scott Leffler's background with quarterbacks, no surprise that he's able to attract someone of Bazelak's pedigree.
He knows how to work with quarterbacks, being a quarterback himself. He knows how to bring them along. He understands what happened last week and understands how to correct the things that happened last week.
Here comes the kick from Jacob Horvath. He's going to fake it, and he's going to run for it across midfield to the 40. He has the first down and more.
I love that call.
It's Australian rules football.
Exactly. I love that call. This is your bowl game, and you're playing an FBS team on the road. You pull out all the stops.
Run out of bounds into the Eastern Illinois side of the field.
He never hesitated.
They'll mark it at the 34-yard line. So he runs for 23. And boy, what a shot in the arm that is for the Panthers, and they will use a timeout now and talk things over at 2:55 here in the second quarter.
Now you're potentially looking at, if you can punch this ball in, you're looking at a 1-score game going in the half, as opposed to potentially you could have been down 28-6.
Now Jacob Horvath, 6'1", 190, a freshman out of Bentley, Australia, punted the ball 4 times for an average of 42.5 yards in their game against Indiana State. He was the conference freshman of the week. And I believe I read a note, Bob, that was the first American football game that he had ever seen in person.
It was.
And two of his played and punted it.
Yeah, two of his 4 punts were inside the 20-yard line against Indiana State. So let's see what a play like that does to energize Eastern Illinois' offense.
1st and 10 from the 34-yard line. 21-6, Falcons. Mirza, a little flip straight ahead. I think that'll go down as a pass to Mirza. Anyway, he is run out of bounds. Not much room to turn the corner there. He got a yard out of all of that. Second down, and we'll call it 8. Football is at the 33-yard line. Center Drew Wilder ready to snap it back to Pierce Holly. Play clock at 10. Holly, the transfer out of Georgetown. Daniels up the middle, but nowhere to go. Ali Saad right there, 6'3", 270. Transfer out of Minnesota.
And that was a nice play, because that had potential. If he busts that, he could have gone a long way with that.
That leaves the Panthers at 3rd down and 7. They hurry to the line. 3 receivers on the right. Not have any more timeouts.
Now we're in 4-down territory too, Dave.
Back to throw Holly. Avoids the pressure. Fires a low line drive pass for Darius Smith, but not really catchable there. Anthony Hawkins providing the defensive coverage. Hawkins last year 35 tackles from his nose guard position.
I think they go for it here. They're already, I believe, 2 for 2 today on 4th downs, and again, their place kicker is not here, or the one they trust, and Bowling Green's defense did a nice job there making Pierce Holly.
We'll see what they dial up on 4th down and 7. Late first half. Eastern on the road. They've had a fake punt for a 1st down on this drive. Holly down the middle. Pass caught. Touchdown. Eastern Illinois Panthers.
Wow.
Darius Smith. That ball was an absolute rocket delivered by Pierce Holly.
That was a rope. He stood in the pocket tall. He had people all around him, and he just threw a rope, hit that kid in stride. And it's not bad coverage at all. It's just he put the ball where it needed to be, and the receiver just walked right into it and walked into the end zone.
Smith, the junior out of Lexington, Kentucky, his first TD of the year.
Looks like they're going for 2.
So 21-12. A 2-point convert here makes it a 7-point game. Holly, another line drive pass back of the end zone looking for Mirza. And it, I believe, was ruled incomplete.
Scored it out.
So 1:31 to go. We'll get back to that touchdown pass from Pierce Holly. His second TD of the afternoon.
Well, like we talked about, I mean, this offense is going through Pierce Holly, and when he can do things like that and has the time to do that and standing tall in the pocket, they've got the receivers who can get open.
4 TD strikes for Holly on the season now. There's the drive chart for Eastern Illinois, the Panthers. Making a trip over from Charleston, and they are providing a challenge for the Falcons.
That was a big shot in the arm after 2 3-and-outs, but you know what? Give their punter credit and Chris Wilkerson for dialing up that play.
1:31 on the clock. BG will get the ball back. They have 2 timeouts left, should they need them. This one will go deep in the end zone. Best kickoff of the day for Daniel Luoma. Luoma, a tight end who has been their kickoff specialist before and has been forced back into that role with the injury to Stone Galloway.
Well, Panther punter Jacob Horvath, he's saying, what's so hard about this American football? It's just like Australian rules. Just tuck it and run.
Here come the Falcons now. They have been a very explosive and efficient offense today. Keep it on the ground to Teron Keith. He has been the undisputed go-to back today, although Terrion Stewart has gotten some timely carries, but it's been Keith for the most part for the Falcons.
It has been, and I think they've committed to running the football today, but it looks like EIU's defense is a little energized off of what just happened as well.
Pass caught. That's Fannin. Harold Fannin just rumbling up the left hash mark, gets the first down and plenty more before he is finally brought down. Tackled by Joel Barrows, the defensive end.
Great call on the tight end screen.
Bazelak just in and then out of the hands of Hilaire.
Bowling Green's receivers are open, Dave. And Hilaire is a special kid. He was there. He was open. That ball just a little too far out of his reach. Bring it down a little bit. That's a completion and maybe more.
Bazelak, he can put a little zip on the ball.
He can.
Good protection. Goes to Fannin on the outside. He'll get out of bounds. Ushered out of bounds by Tyrus Harvey. So that will stop the clock with the ball out at the 44.
Fannin's been a big part of the Bowling Green offense today.
He sure has.
He's got 5 catches for 79 yards right now.
Connor Bazelak, 16 of 19. He'll check down to Keith. Tries to make a man miss. Gets out of bounds at the 46, gained a yard.
And that's what Bazelak wasn't doing last week, is understanding what he had and then taking what he needed to do and not trying to force the football.
Mark Aitken was there to guide him out of bounds. 4th down and 4. The Panthers hold. Unless we see BG pull the fake out of the playbook.
They've got an Australian punter.
Maybe a battle of down under upmanship.
Exactly.
Here we go. They'll snap it back to Sammy Sir. Nice end over end kick. Mirza uses a fair catch at about the 13-yard line. A 41-yard kick in the air. No return. Sammy Sir right there, number 99.
It will be interesting to see what the Panthers do with these 34 seconds.
Well, we're enjoying this game today. We thank you for joining us on ESPN. BG with their home opener, great crowd. The whiteout, very popular among the BG students. We've got ourselves a ball game right now, 21-12. I still keep going back to that missed extra point, Bob.
Yep.
You never know when something like that happens, how it might affect the game later on.
Absolutely. But they warned us that kicking was going to be challenging for the Panthers today.
Pierce Holly in his second game with Eastern. Hands it off. Nothing fancy there, Kevin Daniels. He'll get wiped out at about the 13-yard line.
I think the Bowling Green defense has figured out Kevin Daniels is pretty good.
Clock hits 10. I don't think Eastern Illinois will run another play.
No.
And it looks like these teams are headed into the locker room with a 21-12 score. BG in front here in their home opener at Deutsch Perry Stadium. Connor Bazelak, sensational in the first half. And Eastern Illinois hanging right with their FBS brethren from the MAC. Our halftime show is coming up with more play-by-play in just a while. Rebuild.
And this here making a bid for
here at halftime. Let's start with the aforementioned. And continues. They are waiting on the second half to get underway. 21-12. BG leading Eastern Illinois. Thanks in large part to that young man right there, Connor Bazelak, making his second start for the Falcons. We welcome you back to the booth. David Wilson, Bob Gennarelli. Very entertaining game. A couple of late pivotal plays for Eastern Illinois in that second quarter, keeping them in the ballgame.
Oh, the fake punt. And kudos to Chris Wilkerson for calling that. Pulling all the stops out, letting his kids have fun here today. And made it a different game heading into halftime.
Well, it's been a perfect day so far weather-wise. We're really enjoying this ball game, and boy, big surprise. We talked about the quarterbacks in the open. They will comprise our highlights here at halftime. Let's start with the aforementioned Connor Bazelak.
Well, Connor Bazelak, is every problem he had a week ago, he's corrected this week. He's looked very impressive, making a bid for MAC East Offensive Player of the Week honors with his first half play. But Pierce Holly, I'm telling you, this kid's impressive. He's got a shotgun for an arm. He sees the field well, distributes the ball well. So I'm very impressed with this young man and what he's doing. And this play here, that's a rope. That's a 31-yard strike. That's worthy of an NFL Sunday highlight.
There is Pierce Holly. And there are the quarterback numbers in the first half. 9 of 13 for Holly. And 17 of 19 for Connor Bazelak. 2 touchdowns apiece. And you've got a couple of teams here that have really revamped their roster. And you can look at what Scott Loeffler has done. Again, this is year 5 in his rebuilding process. It's only year 2 for Chris Wilkerson to put his program into place. So you can kind of see that progression. BG may be a little farther along, but I know that Chris Wilkerson and his staff at Eastern, they really like the direction they're heading.
Oh, they absolutely like the direction they're going in. He stressed to us that you get better systematically each week as you play football. He brought in 12 transfers this year. Two of them were very integral today, Kevin Daniels and Pierce Holly. And Eli Mirza is another one who helped them. So, again, I think obviously Scott Loeffler's further along at Bowling Green in year 5, but Scott's done a nice job of high school and then using the transfer portal.
Jack Sauter will approach the football and kick off. And Eastern Illinois will have it. Mirza at the 5 to start the third quarter. And tried to meander back to the middle of the field, and he was taken down on a tremendous open field tackle by the Falcons.
Bowling Green special teams have been really good today. They've pinned the Panthers back several times on kickoffs.
Dom Grgurich with maybe the tackle of the day right there. Ball will be marked at the 16-yard line. That's where the Panthers will start things off.
Let's see what kind of adjustments the Panthers made at halftime, and let's see what Pierce Holly has in store for the Falcons. I got a funny feeling Kevin Daniels is going to get involved very quickly.
Fun afternoon of action. And we're ready to get back underway here at Dwight Perry Stadium. Good call, Bob. Daniels right up the middle, has the first down. He crosses over that MAC logo and falls down to the turf at about the 28-yard line. Brought down there courtesy of Jalen Husky, the boundary corner.
And that's the first time the Panther offensive line has really moved that BG defensive front in a while.
Sebastian Perez is getting the start at right guard today. And they're starting a freshman, Nick DeSanto, at right guard. DeSanto 6'4", 320. They lost Jack Valente due to an injury last week against Indiana State. He's their normal starting right tackle.
And this young man you just mentioned is a freshman, a true freshman, starting his first game today.
On the left side, they have a lot of experience up front. As you saw Darren Anders make that stop. Max Steinman at left guard, Chad Strickland left tackle. And they like those two young men anchoring that offensive line. Anders making his first tackle of the day.
He has been
first
quiet.
team All-MAC performer.
He has been quiet. We haven't called his name much.
Holly all day to throw, and finally finds Justin Bowick, and he steps out of bounds. That's very close to the first down marker.
I think they're giving it to him.
From the 29 out to the 38. And so that'll be a first down, Eastern Illinois. They started back at the 16-yard line. Good start.
Very good start. They need to stay ahead of the chains, not get behind the chains.
They're trying to get some personnel swapped out here. Play clock at 15 as Holly tries to get everybody set. 2 minutes gone by third quarter. Kendi Young is in the backfield throwing a block for Holly. And there it goes down the middle of the field for Mirza. Lays out but can't hang on to it, just off his fingertips, but we've got a flag in the backfield.
Holly had him. Mirza had easily had steps.
54 blue. 54 offense. 2-yard penalty play.
Well, they got the freshman, Nick DeSanto, on the hold that time.
Again, he's a true freshman. It's his first game. But, I mean, again, another beautiful pass from Pierce Holly. And Mirza lays out, just couldn't hold on to it. He beat his man easily.
So they'll be looking at a 1st and 20 now. They need to get out to the 48-yard line for the first down. Line of scrimmage is the 28. 21-12, BG. Holly, the transfer out of Georgetown, the former Hoya, ready to throw. Line drive pass, it's caught. Mirza holds on to it that time and gets the first down. 20-yard pickup.
Stepped up and threw that ball with authority. And again, Mirza found that spot open in the middle. In the previous play, when he couldn't hold on the ball, he beat the free safety, Lorfus, very easily. Just found that hole in the middle of the zone and took a lick once he caught the ball. But the Mirza kid, again, a junior college transfer, another impressive addition to Chris Wilkinson's team.
Trent Sims there defensively to chop Mirza down. 1st and 10, Panthers. They'll stick with the passing game. Little screen caught by Anthony Menavis, the tight end. That gets him a good 4 yards on the first down play, maybe 5. And now Holly's getting on a little bit of a roll.
I think the Panther offense is starting to get into a rhythm, and Holly is getting there. He just throws the ball with such authority.
This is a calm, cool, and collected bunch right now on offense for Eastern Illinois. Delayed handoff up the middle. Kendi Young, number 29 in blue, and he busts off about 8 yards for a first down. Again, Trent Sims on the stop. Sims, by the way, the junior out of Toledo who had that 76-yard return for a touchdown last week. Off a blocked field goal.
Panther offensive line does a great job here. I mean,
they sure do.
There's nothing but space for him to run through.
That was an incredible hole opened up by Young. Now they go over the middle. That pass a little bit behind the intended target. Kendi Young was wide open in the flat. Holly didn't see him.
He didn't.
There's a flag down in the defensive backfield. Ball on the 41-yard line. It was an incompleted pass.
The ball was behind the receiver, but I didn't see what the flag might be for.
We'll see Scott Loeffler's reaction. Phil Hicks announces the pass interference. All right, let's take a look at it again, Bob. We'll see it all unfold.
Holly's going right there. I guess they called. There was contact, but I don't know that. Again, he had hands on him, so I guess technically that's pass interference.
Now the field corner, Jordan Oladokin, was the guilty party. And that moves the ball to the 27-yard line. We'll have to mark that play mentally, Bob. That's a big one. And now Holly goes down in a heap as everybody was covered downfield. Cassius Howell picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
That was a secondary sack, no doubt about it, a coverage sack. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess in the official's mind, it was impeding the receiver's ability to get to the football with where the hands were. And there might have been a hold that we just didn't see.
That marks it back to the 34. So that's a big answer for the Falcon defense. After absorbing the pass interference penalty, 2nd down and 16. 10:20 to go, 3rd quarter. Now he gets hit on the blind side and sacked for a second straight time. I believe that was Davon Ferguson.
He came from the corner blitz and he The only thing between him and the quarterback was nothing.
Holly is going to just get blindsided here. Looked like he peeked maybe at the last second to prepare himself, but Ferguson came in with a head of steam.
And credit Holly for hanging on the football, because that's the kind of hit that separates the quarterback and the football.
3rd down and 24 after back-to-back sacks. The BG defense rising to the occasion, guarding this lead of 9 points. Man open, that's caught. It's Daniels, and gets upended. Again, Ferguson is there. He is fired up right now. Got some defensive help from Oladokin as well. But it is 4th down and long now for Eastern Illinois, and they're kind of in that gray area of the field, Bob, where
I think they might be going for it.
Yeah.
I mean, 4th and 15, but you know, you're at the Bowling Green 32-yard line.
3rd down action here at Dwight Perry Stadium. Big play here for the Panthers. They're out of FCS. Holly eludes the pressure. There it goes downfield. Post pattern down there. Intercepted in the end zone. Tipped and intercepted by Jalen Husky.
Pierce Holly did all he could do, Dave. He just had to put the ball up and put it up for grabs, and hopefully something good happened. But
the Falcons get the big INT. They'll bring it out to the 20, and the Falcons will have the ball in a 9-point lead. Well, the Eastern Illinois drive was pretty much snuffed out as opposed to stalling out because of back-to-back sacks. And then in desperation on 4th down, an interception. Ball was tipped away by Trent Sims, who was very active on that defensive sequence for BG, and intercepted by Jalen Husky. So 1st and 10 Falcons at the 20. They dodged the bullet there because Eastern was moving the football down the field. Bazelak up the middle. It's Stewart. Almost lost his footing, kept his balance, and goes forward across the 35 for a big gain, a 1st down. It's going to be out to the 38. A very nice 18-yard scamper by Terrion Stewart.
And again, Dave, they only had 47 yards rushing in the first half, Bowling Green did, but it sure felt like they had a lot more than that because they ran the ball well.
Well, Wale made the stop for EIU. BG on 1st down. They'll go to O.J. Hilaire. And he makes the catch on the boundary line, steps out at the 44. It's a pickup of 6.
Bowling Green's defense deserves a ton of credit. They bounced back after that defensive pass interference call and responded when they had to, because again, the Panthers were knocking. They were knocking on the door, and you put it in there and it's a whole different game.
They're showing blitz here, 2nd down and 4. They bring 4. Pass is caught, and they get the 1st down as it was hauled in by Austin Osborne. And he did a nice spin move there at midfield, got some extra yardage. Here's the combo that stands out to me, Bob, as we get a second look at this completion.
I mean, great call. That's the right call against the pressure package that EIU was showing.
Colby Smith made the stop. Stewart again turns the corner on the right. It's to the 30 and out of bounds. Another nice run of about 18, maybe 19 yards. You've got good protection for Bazelak, A. And B, I have just felt that the routes run by BG receivers have been so crisp today. They have been wide open.
They're talented receivers, and yes, they have been open. And that was what Coach Leffler said about last week. They were open last week. They just didn't get him the ball. So yes, the BG receivers are talented. They are open.
This is a handoff to Teron Keith, and just had nowhere to go. That time Eastern Illinois strings that out. Very well done. Elijah Watt Tolbert got in there and helped make the stop. Jawad Tolbert, the FCS National Defensive Player of the Week after his performance against Indiana State, 11 tackles.
And a pick.
And an interception.
And an interception was conference and national defensive player of the week.
Bazelak takes the snap right on target. There it goes, far side of the field, and a diving catch by Abdul Ibrahim. He can take out a patent on those.
Ibrahim has done. I tell you what, I've seen a lot of receivers use the sideline, but he's done very well using the sideline. I mean, he gets out to the perimeter and he makes sure he gets that foot down. He does a very nice job of making sure he not only secures the ball, but he's got that foot in bounds. And that touchdown catch was a perfect example of that.
Panthers need a defensive stop here. 21-12 BG, 3rd down and 3. Bazelak, a short drop, throws it over to the right side, almost intercepted. Again, they were looking that time for the tight end, Harold Fannin, who has been an excellent target today.
He's been money today. Fannin has been money today. Looks like Bowling Green's going to go on 4th and 3.
They're kind of in the same area of the field where Eastern was earlier. Falcons do have Alan Anaya, their place kicker. They will go for it here on 4th down and 3, or at least try to draw Eastern Illinois off sides. They will go through with the 4th down play. Bazelak, line drive pass, 1st down. Caught by Terrion Stewart. He just drags a couple of Panthers a little farther down to the 13-yard line.
That would fall to the KISS theory. Hey, keep it simple, stupid. That was Fannin again, the tight end. Just keep it simple. Dump it over the middle. He's been open. He gets yards after he catches it, and you only needed 3.
You're exactly right there, Bob. That was Fannin, 44. Thought it was Terrion Stewart, but Fannin makes another catch. That goes for 11 yards, tackled by Tolbert. Bazelak will keep it this time, around the right end, and gets upended at about the 6-yard line. He runs for 7 yards. Got tackled by Blake Ruffin, the strong safety.
Well, there's Connor Bazelak using the read option, which we didn't see much of from him last week against Liberty. And if you think about it, the 2 quarterbacks, I think the thought is Camden Orth is more of the read option quarterback of the 2 they have. But Connor Bazelak did a nice job with that.
Well, this 3rd quarter has done an absolute 180.
It has.
Now it's 2nd down and 3. They can get a 1st down at the 4-yard line. They give it to Patterson, and he rumbles to the 2, just burrows straight ahead and gets the 1st down. It'll be 1st and goal Falcons. The stop made by T.N. Fridge. All right, here we go. 1st and goal from the 2. That's still Patterson in the backfield. They'll give it to him. He hits the pile, tries to spin left, and Panthers not letting go under any circumstances.
This is if they can somehow limit them to three right here, that's a big thing. Or Bowling Green may be the place where even on 4th down they're going for a touchdown.
Tolbert got in there. Yard or 2 lost there. 2nd down and goal from the 4-yard line. Bazelak to throw it. Fade route. Back corner. Pass incomplete.
It was there. Great call. It was there.
Levi Gazarek.
Gazarek was wide open.
Sort of a falling down, tried to make a 2-handed catch. Pass was broken up by Russell Dandy.
And he had Gazarek wide open, and he had Fannin out in the flat as well.
Fannin actually lined up in the backfield.
He did.
On that play. So now 3rd and goal from the 4-yard line. Tight formation. Bazelak looking to throw it, fires it for the goal line, diving catch.
Didn't give it to him. 1-yard line.
It's at the 1. That was maybe Gazarek again. I couldn't see. I believe it was him. Gazarek, the BG football and baseball player. It's a right-handed pitcher on the BG squad.
Downfield offense. Third down.
A replay third down on the ineligible man downfield as you get a look at Scott Loeffler on the sideline.
I think Scott's asking, can you tell me who that was?
Well, the ball moving backwards now to the 9. Third and goal from the 9. It was on the 2-yard line earlier. All right, now they've got Keith in the backfield. See, Hilaire is out there along with Ibrahim. Hilaire and Ibrahim, roommates, best friends, former teammates at Alabama A&M. And we'll get a timeout here. Timeout on the field, 3:33 to go in the third quarter. Things still mighty interesting. 21-12 BG. They'll strategize. We'll see what they come up with when we come back. Well, the Falcons were poised to punch it in on the 2. They've moved backwards to the 9. They're looking at a third down and goal from the 9-yard line, leading by 9. What's on your mind for this play, Bob?
Well, I think Scott Loeffler really wanted to make sure they were all on the same page of what they were going to do. And my gut is it's something over the middle, in the middle of the field with Fannin, if he's in the game.
242 yards passing today for Bazelak.
And I think Fannin's right there out left.
Yep, kind of in a slot position on the left side.
He's in a slot position left. You're exactly right.
He's out there on that side with Austin Osborne. Ibrahim and Hilaire on the right. It will be a pass play. Bazelak throws to the back of the end zone and overshoots Hilaire. And it'll be 4th down and 9. The field goal unit will come on for BG.
And the Panthers got pressure on Bazelak.
They sure did.
And he was smart to just throw it away.
Alan Anaya will come out. Line of scrimmage is the 9. So we're looking at a chip shot of about 26 yards. Looks like it'll officially be teed up or held by the holder at the 17. So a 27-yard attempt by Anaya. The holder, Jack Sauter. Here's the kick by Anaya. And no questions asked. He boots that one through. 24-12. BG, they get points on that drive. And again, Eastern was driving. BG got the big stop on 2 consecutive sacks, marched down and put points on the board.
And that's what you want your offense to do. When your defense comes up big for you, you want your offense to chew up some clock and put some points on the board. Obviously, they would like to come away with 6 or 7, but you take the field goal and you move into the fourth quarter with a 12-point lead, and hopefully your defense continues to do what they're doing, because Pierce Holly can get them back in the game pretty quickly with his arm.
That was a 13-play, 71-yard drive, culminating in the field goal for Anaya, his first of the season. And now Jack Sauter will get ready to kick off, and the Panthers will get the ball back. They've been able to move it.
And credit the Panthers, Dave. I mean, BG was running the football. Their offensive line was doing a nice job. And the few times they tried to run the ball down close, the Panthers stuffed them.
Late third quarter on a cloudy day here in Bowling Green, Ohio. Temperature's just perfect for football. Sauter kicks it away. End-over-end drive will go out of bounds. And so the Panthers will get the ball at the 35.
And not what you want if you're a Bowling Green special teams coach.
We'll get the call from Phil Hicks.
Out of bounds. Kicker team.
All right, break in the action. Eastern ball when we come back. Stay with us. More to come here on ESPN+. State at noon Eastern. In the afternoon, Ball State hosts Indiana State, and Eastern Michigan hosts UMass. All of those games kick off at 2 Eastern Time. Then in the nightcap, Toledo hosts San Jose State at 7 o'clock. Catch all of the action on the ESPN app. You'll have that Indiana State Ball State game next week.
I will. I'll be in Muncie for that one.
3:23 on the clock, and here come the Panthers now. And they'll throw a pass downfield for Mirza, and you can never fault this young man's effort. He is throwing his body around, could not hold that one in.
Not at all. I think as the season goes along, the Holly to Mirza connection is going to play out big for the Panthers.
It's a junior college transfer. You can see he's got some ability.
And they pressured Holly from the backside. He rolled well and threw a nice pass.
Good job by Darius Lorfields on the defensive coverage. Second down and 10 to go. A little draw play up the middle for Kevin Daniels. Not much running room there. Might have gotten 2 yards. He is pushed back with a lot of gusto by Anthony Hawkins. Also in there, Jordan Porter. Porter, a backup defensive end out of Muskegon, Michigan. The defensive coordinators told us they really like his presence on the field.
Yes. And I'm surprised that EIU offensive coordinator Joe Davis hasn't gotten the ball more to Kevin Davis in the flat, because they did down here, and it resulted in a touchdown.
Pierce Holly. He'll get rid of it quickly, and it is incomplete. Looking out to the right for Jason, or pardon me, that was intended. Trying to see who was the intended target there, guys.
I think
20.
It was
MJ Flowers.
Yeah, I think it was Flowers coming out of the backfield. And again, that's a big 3 and out for Bowling Green's defense.
It's 2 consecutive defensive stops for BG. That's really turning this game into the Falcons' favor. So they force the punt here. Horvath will stand back at his own 23. The line of scrimmage is the 37. Snap right on the money. Kick with some good hang time from the 20-yard line. Out to about the 26. Modest return by Jalen Embry. Embry, the Jacksonville, Florida product. Well defended, and well, the Falcons get the ball back now. 2 and change left, third quarter.
And it looks like Connor Bazelak is going to finish out the third quarter. Curious if we see Camden North.
He has put together a very impressive day. As Bazelak starts this particular drive, he's 21 of 26 on the afternoon. He'll dump a screen pass off, and it's Teron Keith, and he's got some running room to the 40. Burst of speed midfield. There he goes to the 30. Will they catch him? They run him out of bounds at about the 15-yard line.
Well-designed screen, and that young man's got some foot speed. He did a great job of getting the ball down the field. But again, I think Connor Bazelak is doing so many things differently from a week ago, and just his calmness, his efficiency and his calmness in the pocket.
I've got that at 59 yards, Bob.
And Teron Keith does a great job. I mean, he gets downfield and does a great job. And their offensive line, they did a great job making sure that they held and then released.
Russell Dandy did a nice job not giving up on that play and got him out of bounds. This is Terrion Stewart. He tries to bounce to the outside. He's still on his feet. Finally ripped down.
But the Panthers were trying to bring pressure on that last play, and the best way to combat pressure is screen pass.
That was Anthony Shockey who got to Terrion Stewart. Boy, Stewart hit the turf hard. He'll come off.
He did.
Boy, one of the great things this week was listening to Scott Loeffler talk about Terrion Stewart. You could just tell how fond he is of this young man.
Very much so.
How much he has invested in his future.
He called him very special kid.
There's Fannin, your favorite guy on the day. Touchdown.
I'm telling you, he has been money today.
Harold Fannin Jr.
Harold Fannin Jr. is making his claim for MAC East Offensive Player of the Week. He has been open over the middle all day long.
19-yard strike to the tight end, the big man.
I mean, he gets behind everybody. Great hands, soft hands. Because that ball was a tad behind him.
30-12 with Anaya ready to boot through the PAT convert. And he does. He splits the uprights. It is a 31-12 BG lead as Connor Bazelak continues to throw darts around the field.
Harold Fannin Jr., Dave, 7 receptions, 109 yards, 1 touchdown, averaging almost 16 yards every time he touches the football.
Bazelak has thrown 3 TDs to 3 different targets. Harold Fannin there on the sideline, big number 44. When he hasn't been catching passes, he's been blocking.
He has had a nice game today. He showed up today ready to play, and I think there was in our conversations with Scott Loeffler and his offensive coordinators, they talked about how they felt like their tight ends were open last week and they just didn't get them the ball. Well, Connor Bazelak has gotten Harold Keith Jr. the ball today, or Harold Fannin Jr. I'm sorry.
Here comes the kickoff. And Aitken will take it at the 10. Across the 25, nice return out near the 30-yard line. It's a good 20-yard return. So Eastern Illinois will take over with 1 minute and 2 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Well, again, you've got the FBS-FCS matchup to take into account. But BG today has showcased a very diverse cast of playmakers, which could be a tough matchup when they get into MAC play.
I think Scott Loeffler is convinced he has a good offense. He's just got to get the ball around. Distribution is the key for him.
4-man defensive front, ready to put some pressure on the Panthers as they give it to Daniels. 23 in blue, electrifying redshirt sophomore out of Glendale, Arizona. Picked up 5 yards there. Under a minute to go here, third quarter.
It's clear if they stay healthy, Bowling Green's got playmakers on the offensive side of the ball.
Jalen Husky made the stop for the Falcons. 31-12 now. BG has widened out the gap. Mirza, nice yak yards after grabbing that one, and he got out to the 39. That's a pickup of 5 and should be good for a first down, but I think we may have a penalty flag.
Yeah, there's one on the far sideline in front of the BG bench.
Eagle formation, offense, 5 in the backfield, 5-yard penalty. Down.
All right. Heard the call there from Phil Hicks. So that play comes back.
But again, Eli Mirza, you gotta like what you see out of this young man.
They're playing now in that combined conference, the Ohio Valley Conference in the Big South. And this Eastern Illinois team, they have a lot of high hopes to compete. This is a team, a program that had only 8 wins combined the last 5 years. So Chris Wilkerson really looking to turn that around.
But it's a program that has history, especially in the FCS postseason, and has sent talent to the next level.
Holly to Daniels. Here he goes up the middle. Great run. They opened up a big hole for Kevin Daniels.
He was due for that. Their offense.
The Falcons look poised to grab their first win of 2023. We were talking about Eastern Illinois, Bob, and some of their past stars. How does this grab you? Sean Payton, Tony Romo, Jimmy Garoppolo.
familiar names at the next level, right?
Wow. Charleston, Illinois, the home of Eastern Illinois University. And we got another good one now in Pierce Holly. 1st and 10 from the 47-yard line. Daniels, they opened up a hole for him on the left side of the line. Nicely done over there by Chad Strickland to open some space.
And the last time Bowling Green won a MAC championship, Dino Babers was the head coach here, who came here from Eastern Illinois.
There's Daniels. Kevin Daniels today, 12 carries, 71 yards. And he also caught a touchdown pass. We're just underway, 4th quarter. David Wilson, Bob Gennarelli. We're at Dwight Perry Stadium, Bowling Green, Ohio. Daniels just rumbling up the middle, chewing up yardage. 1st down to the 40. That's a pickup of 7.
I think they heard us during the break, Dave.
Sip helping to make that stop.
We talked about the Panther offense need to get Kevin Daniels more involved. Now, they've done it on the first 2 plays here of the 4th quarter, and it's resulting in positive yards.
Chase Davis also helped on the defensive coverage there. But Daniels, he is tough to bring down. 1st and 10 on the 40-yard line of the Falcons. Eastern Illinois ball. They'll throw it to Mirza. And caught it, had to kind of come back for the ball, Bob, and then maybe got a yard to the 39.
Bowling Green had that play sniffed out.
They sure did.
They really did. They knew where the ball was going, and they were right there. Mirza barely had time to turn around after he caught it.
2nd down and 9. Looks like we have an injured Panthers player.
Is that Mirza?
Well, at the tail end of that play, Eli Mirza, who made the catch, was helped off the field, walking gingerly on that left knee. You'll see the end of the play here, Bob. Evan Branch Haynes finishing off that tackle.
And rolls up on him.
Just kind of got up on him, and we certainly wish all the best. You don't want to see anybody get hurt
in
any situation, but especially in a non-conference game where Mirza will be a key guy for them throughout the season. Nice pass on the far side of the field into open space, caught by M.J. Flowers. 1st down yardage.
Again, good use of their running backs. It's a deep room, and get the ball out in the flat, get the ball out in space, use your speed. And they were doing that early, and they've had success with that.
That was an 11-yard pickup.
And losing Mirza, their wide receiver core was depleted to begin with.
Yeah, they were already missing Justin Thomas and Cooper Willman today. Daniels up the middle. He just keeps on motoring, those legs churning, and he got to about the 22-yard line, a pickup of 6. I see a flag over on the far side. This will hit Eastern with another false start.
Looks like a procedure call.
Second down and 4 as it was. So if they walk this one off, we'll see where they place the ball.
Formation, 5 in the backfield offense. 5-yard penalty. Repeat.
It's the second time we've had the 5 in the backfield call. Sounds like it would be a good name for a band.
5 in the backfield, yeah.
12:48 on the clock. David Wilson, Bob Gennarelli, Kirk Ransom on stats and spotting today. Appreciate all of Kirk's great work. 31-12 Falcons. Eastern Illinois, they have represented themselves well here today. Pierce Holly drops back to throw, steps up in the pocket. There it goes, man. Open, that's Smith. Makes the catch, could not stay upright. Dearius Smith out of bounds at about the 10-yard line. That's good for 23. If he had been able to just keep his balance, he would have taken it to the house.
And credit Pierce Holly for that. I mean, he gave himself the time for his receiver to get out there and get open, stepping up in the pocket, because BG had pressure coming from both sides. We got a BG player down.
Yeah, injured Falcon as we see a replay on that. Holly hit right as he let that play go, that pass.
He did a nice job of stepping up and waiting for his receiver to get open.
Now for BG, I think that's Jordan Oladokin.
I think it might be cramps.
Yeah, so he's walking off, and that's a great sight. So he was the man hurting. We have 12:23 on the clock here in the fourth quarter. Falcons are coming back out. Now the Panthers came over and huddled up as if it was going to be a timeout, but I think they're going to get them back out there, and it's first and goal.
First and goal.
Pierce Solly, the junior, played his high school ball at Lakewood High School in Arvada, Colorado. Before heading off across the country to Georgetown, and now at Eastern Illinois. Steps up again in the pocket, jump pass, and looking for Darius Smith, but he's well defended, broken up by Trent Sims.
And Sims did a nice job because Holly put the ball in the right place. Trent Sims did a nice job with that. And Holly, again, Bowling Green's getting pressure on him. They're making him move off his spot, but he's doing a great job of keeping plays alive with his legs and letting his receivers get open.
12-10, clock stops with the incompleted pass. Fourth quarter, Falcons in control right now. Eastern trying to make it interesting down the stretch. Holly finds a man open. It's caught at the 5-yard line on a second down throw. That's the first time they've targeted tight end Daniel Luoma. He had a catch last week.
Just ran him on a crossing route.
I love those passes to the tight end.
Yeah.
It's worked for BG today with Harold Fannin.
You asked them about fullbacks, and they told you they didn't have any fullback in their offense, but they like big tight ends.
All right, 3rd down and 5. Actually, 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal
for EIU. Long discussion. Play clock is at 6 now. Holly has to hurry. He'll roll, he'll fall. He goes down in a heap, back at the 14-yard line. That play was really hamstrung from the start because they could not get on the same page, and by the time they snapped it off, they were just trying to beat the play clock.
They just barely beat the play clock. I think they snapped it with 1.
Anthony Hawkins came in there to get credit for the sack. And it's 4th down.
Well, they're bringing in the kicker we found out about late.
So this will be Julian Patino, who previously kicked for EIU, but had been a student manager or coach for the men's soccer team, and he's been brought back. He fires it up there, and he boots it through. That is a 31-yard field goal for Julian Patino, the redshirt sophomore out of Mount Carmel, Illinois. He puts 3 on the board. There he is, number 96. All right, Mac fans, next weekend, we've got another full slate of action on ESPN+. Kent State hosting Central Connecticut State at noon Eastern. In the afternoon, Ball State hosts Indiana State in the Hoosiers State Battle. Eastern Michigan hosts UMass. All of those games kick at 2 Eastern time. Then under the lights, Toledo hosts San Jose State at the Glass Bowl, 7 o'clock Eastern time. It's all on the ESPN app next Saturday. Boy, if you cannot get excited about college football, I don't know.
I'm telling you, our number 96, Julian Patino. I mean, I was watching him in pregame, Dave. I knew he had a big leg. I just didn't know how accurate he was. You never know with the soccer player.
And he knocked that one through with plenty of room to spare. This one's going into the end zone. Nicely done. Daniel Luoma, number 89, with the touchback. 10:32 to go here in the fourth quarter. Camden North will take over at quarterback, at least for this series. Connor Bazelak today, 23 of 28, 419 yards, 3 touchdowns. So Orth, saw him on a couple of plays earlier. Keep it on the ground. That's Jason Patterson. I want to thank all of the great crew we have worked with today as we move along toward the finish line. Braden Kretsch, our producer. Thomas Hart, our director. Richie Swingley handling our audio today. A2 is Steve Graham. Dwayne Roberts also helping out. And great camera work all day long, capturing all the pictures, all the sights here at Deutsch Perry Stadium. There's a little screen pass. That's caught by Teron Keith, and he's been running side to side all day. And he opens up some field, gets across the 50, punched out of bounds with a late hit coming into Eastern Illinois territory.
That kid is fun to watch when he gets the football in space, and he doesn't mind changing directions.
He ran about 25 yards, and then they'll tack some on due to the late hit. I believe they might get Mark Aitken, I'm not sure.
And again, the Falcons have weapons, and to have a backup like Camden Orth, who's got experience, not only from his previous.
Late hit out of bounds. Number 3, defense. 15-yard penalty for him in the run. Automatic. First down.
So they went against Russell Dandy. See a couple different looks here.
He has fun with the ball when he's out in space, and his vision, I mean, again, eye discipline and vision. He sees the field.
Yep, there's the late hit by Dandy coming in just as he crossed the boundary. Tough for him to stop his momentum there. Orth running and over the left tackle and gets out near the painted numbers and runs almost to the 27. Pickup of 6 for Camden Orth.
And very much a strength for Camden Orth. He's not afraid to put his shoulder down and run over people. He did that on his first carry last week against Liberty. Ran over one of their linebackers.
He'll stand in the shotgun formation. BG with the commanding 16-point lead right now with under 9 to go, fourth quarter. Home opener for the Falcons, and it has gone well. There's a pass right on target, all the way down near the goal line, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Austin Osborne.
They may be bringing that one back, Dave. Yeah.
Okay, so now they ready to say he's down at the 1.
Yeah.
I thought I saw one official throw their arms up.
You did. The official on the far sideline had him down at the 1.
Boy, that one delivered right on the money, right into the bread basket.
Yeah.
Osborne just a little short on that lunge.
Yeah. His elbow's down right there.
First and goal from the 1-inch line. Orth hands it to Stewart, second effort. And in he goes. Touchdown, BG Falcons. Terrion Stewart. Terrion Stewart, welcome back to the Falcons. 37-15, BG.
And Camden Orth came in and made that look easy, didn't he?
Picked up right where Bazelak left off.
He did indeed.
Marched him down the field. Completed both of his passes. Kick up and good by Anaya. And so 7 more on the board for the Falcons. They are cruising in their home opener. More to come after this timeout.
Yeah.
38-15 BG after a 5-play, 75-yard drive. There's Terrion Stewart, the Memphis, Tennessee product. Played his high school ball for the Sandusky Blue Streaks. And after a year off to get things kind of straightened out academically, and he is back now. Although he was always engaged,
right,
following the team, watching film, getting better. But boy, what an impact he's made today.
He's a favorite of Coach Scott Loeffler, and the BG offensive staff's gotten their running backs involved today. Stewart, 51 yards, 2 touchdowns. Teron Keith, 6 receptions, 123 yards.
Kickoff ends up out of bounds. Lazarick Eatman was over there ready to try to bring it back, but
and I think if he lets that go, they're at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, he did gain possession, and so they're saying the ball will be Eastern's at the 6.
Right. He gained possession and stepped out of bounds. He should have let that ball go out of bounds on its own. They start at their own 35.
Started to mention our camera operators earlier. Sam Baldwin working with us up here in the booth. Kevin Raderman, Trey Coopwood, Dan Wagner, Nathan Schick, all doing a great job today. Appreciate all the fine work of our crew. Get the rest of our team mentioned a little bit later on. 8:33 to go. Fourth quarter here at Deutsch Perry Stadium. 38-15. BG. Here come the Panthers now. Holly from the end zone. Post pattern right down the middle of the field. Leaping catch. A completion for Eastern to Dwayne Cooks.
Well, that's a good way to get out from the shadow of your own goalpost.
Cooks with his first catch of the year. It's a 35-yard reception.
Ran a simple post.
Cooks out of Tulsa. Back to throw, Holly. Goes a pass across the field. It is caught by Justin Bowick. Bowick tackled by Jordan Oladokin of BG, but back-to-back completions for Pierce Holly.
Holly's now 18 for 26, 226 yards and 2 touchdowns. So,
I tell you, he's been impressive today.
Very.
Just outshadowed, or in the shadow, of Connor Bazelak, whose numbers are just otherworldly. Holly trying to avoid the sack. Again, uses his legs. The pass broken up right at the last second. Nicely done by BG's Jalen Husky.
And Darren Anders, I mean, he just ran over people. I mean, look at this, Dave. Darren Anders comes in. He just runs over that running back trying to block him. There was no stopping him.
Like he got a hand on the ankle of Holly, but he got away.
He did, but he forced Holly.
That's right.
To turn and move.
Definitely affected the play.
Absolutely.
Second down and 10 from the Falcons' 49-yard line for EIU. Again, pressure coming immediately on the blitz, but Holly knew he had to get rid of it quickly. He does so to Daniels and gets out across the 40. I think he got the first down.
He did. They're moving the chains. He got the first down.
11-yard pickup to Kevin Daniels. Again, he is a transfer out of northern Arizona where he is phenomenally successful, 1,200 yards. Rushing.
I think he was he Big Sky Freshman of the Year?
Yeah, that's right.
A couple of years ago.
1,263 yards that season. Holly in trouble. He got rid of it with the pressure coming. And a little bit short of his intended target, way over there on the far side of the field. That was Lazarick Eatman. Holly could hear the footsteps of Cassius Howell coming. He already has 2 sacks on the afternoon.
Bowling Green has consistently bought pressures from both sides, both edges. So, but I'll tell you what, that Darren Anders coming up the middle was the first time you saw that all day, where they stuffed him up the middle, didn't give him a chance to where he could step up.
Anders is one of those players, Bobby, might not always get the stat or the sack or the tackle, but he affects the play. Somebody else ends up cleaning it up.
You're absolutely right.
Daniels in motion. He might be the check down man. There it goes. He caught it. 40 to the 35, thrown out of bounds.
Oh, who was that on tackle? He did a great job because he didn't let Daniels turn and get upfield.
That's Brock Horn, number 2.
He did a nice
the
job.
Linebacker.
If Daniels is able to turn and get upfield, I mean, this is he gets ahead of steam. Well done. Nice open field tackle.
3rd down and 6 now for the Panthers of Eastern Illinois. Eastern may walk out of here with a loss, but they've shown some signs of being a pretty impressive offense with Pierce Holly leading the way. Delayed handoff to Flowers, and BG stayed home, and they were able to knock him down. Again, Jalen Husky in there on the stop.
And again, with the Indiana State win, an impressive win, and the way they've played today, I think they're sending a message to the Big South OVC that Eastern Illinois is going to be a team that's going to be an interesting team to play this coming season. They're not the 2-9 team of a year ago.
Got a spread formation here on 4th down and 7 from the 36 of the Falcons. They'll try and protect Holly. There goes the pass, and it was almost intercepted. In fact, the BG defender goes down. I believe that was Oladokin who tried to jump the route, and then he might have come down on his ankle.
Yeah, he saw the end zone. He was jumping the route. He saw the end zone.
Yeah, that would have definitely been a pick 6, but he's going to need some attention. And so we'll pause while they take a look at Oladokin, who broke up that play, and it gives the ball to BG on downs.
Wings just $12.99.
Well, after Jordan Oladokin was shaken up, he's going to head back to the locker room. We think, speculation here, but we think it was just a cramp. It did not look like he turned his ankle, but made a great defensive play. And now the Falcons take over, and they just want to get this one to the finish line, Bob. They keep it on the ground.
And smart move on Bowling Green's part. Get your offensive line and your running back some reps.
I think we saw the first carry of the day for Payshawn Wimberly. He picks up 9 yards. Welcome to the game.
Again, all their running backs have been involved today.
He is out of Whitmer High School in Toledo. Number 30 in white. Keeping it on the ground. Jamal Johnson gets the carry. 5'10", 195-pound junior out of Frankfort, Illinois. We're going to start getting some second, third stringers in.
This is where Scott Leffler gets to see some kids in real game action that you ordinarily wouldn't get a chance to see and couldn't see obviously a week ago.
North hands it off on a sweep to the far side. They string that out. Eastern Illinois getting there. Mark Aitken made the stop. BG putting it in the hands of Jalen Embry. Again, we salute our crew. Dylan Ureño with some great graphics today on our broadcast. John Fritz, Grant Mills, Matt Stein, Sam Fisher, Sylvia Torres, Kyle Clore, Jake Thorne, Rebecca Fletcher, rounding out our great crew today from Tupelo Honey in Indianapolis. And we appreciate all of their fine and professional work in producing our game today, led by Braden Pretch. Up the middle, just picking his way forward. Nicely done, out to the 40-yard line. It's a nice gain into Eastern Illinois territory and a first down. Nick Mosley, number 5, is a junior out of Pick Central High School in the Columbus area.
And situations like this gives the BG staff a better idea of what their depth looks like as they head into the meat of their schedule coming up.
Shaking up Eastern player there. You see him on a seated position.
And also with home games like this, you dress more. So you want to give those kids an opportunity to get on the field and play.
Blake Ruffin was the man shaken up. You see Blake right there out of the great city of Louisville, Kentucky. Bob, we're heading down the home stretch. Let's put on the head coaching hat on both sides. And let's start with Eastern Illinois. If you're Chris Wilkerson, what are you taking out of this game on the positive side?
Your quarterback wasn't a one-hit wonder from a week ago. He's the real deal, and he's going to be the key to your offense. And Kevin Daniels, and you do have a deep running back room. So offensively, you're going to be okay, depending on your receiver situation.
First and 10 Falcons. They've put 38 points on the board. And they keep it simple, right in between the tackles. Again, Nick Mosley, number 5. All right, Scott Loeffler.
Your quarterbacks are headed in the right direction. You did a 180, and that's what you wanted to accomplish this week. You went from 137 yards passing last week and 5 interceptions to 25 of 30 for 368, 3 touchdowns today. So that's a positive. And your defense continued to get better. They played well last week. They played even better this week.
Again, Jamal Johnson lines up in the backfield with Cam Orth. We're down to 2:20 and counting. Johnson bouncing, shaking a tackle, and down he goes at about the 27-yard line, 10-yard run. They'll move the chains. We'll hit the 2-minute mark here. Thank all of the great folks at BG for hosting our broadcast today. I thank the sports information directors from each school, all the coaches who
they were great all
talked
week
with us. So we had great hospitality. And this has been a fun game to watch, Bob. Always great working with you, my friend.
I enjoy it, Dave. Second time we've had a chance to work together. I've enjoyed both.
1:43 and counting. Falcons about to wrap up a home win here at the Doit. Lights are on. It's been cloudy all day, but it's been dry, very comfortable. That's Wimberly again. Moves laterally, gets out of bounds. Clock will stop again. For those joining us late who might not have gotten in on the party, Connor Bazelak today in his first appearance here at home in a BG uniform. 23 of 28 today, 319 yards with 3 touchdowns. I think earlier I got excited, Bob, looking at the small font and said 419, but
it is small font.
319 yards, 3 touchdowns. I don't think Connor will mind.
No, he'll take it.
But excellent performance by the young man from Dayton. Wimberly is a guy they are very excited about. By the way, Wimberly was very active on special teams last year with 3 blocked punts. It led the nation.
He was, and he saw some action last week in the running back spot against Liberty.
There's the upcoming schedule for BG. The Wolverines waiting in the wings.
Yeah, that's always a fun matchup for anybody, especially Scott Loeffler being a Michigan man, to go back up there and play the number 2 team in the country. And then the next week you come home and play the defending East Division champions in the MAC in Ohio.
They are really excited about what's going on here at BG and what Loeffler has done and his staff. They've built what they call a very good culture, and it's now translating into plays and points and wins on the field.
And he has his numbers back up, and that's what's exciting, is that he's got a roster he likes.
That will probably be the final play of the game, and the handshakes will begin at midfield. Scott Loeffler, Chris Wilkerson will meet, as will all the players. And the Falcons fans rise to show their appreciation as the Falcons capture the home opener in decisive fashion behind an electrifying performance from quarterback Connor Bazelak. The final score today at Doak Perry Stadium, BGSU 38, Eastern Illinois 15. Bob, final thought.
Scott Leffler's got to feel good going into Michigan that his quarterback room is headed in the right direction, and that I think that was his biggest concern after last week. They straightened out a lot of their problems, and I think that's got to make the whole BG coaching staff feel good.
Well, that will wrap up our coverage from Dwight Perry Stadium. We thank you for joining us. A job well done by our producer, Braden Pretch, and our director, Thomas Hart, and all of our crew. For Bob Gennarelli, this is David Wilson now saying goodbye from Bowling Green, Ohio. Congratulations again to the Falcons. You've been watching the MAC on ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.